It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a loss to the Lakers. And boy, they really got humiliated at home. They got flat out dominated in that game, guys.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
I think you can be a little bit rattled when you lose the physical battle as badly as they did in that game. That can be tough to shake off. So it's a matter of getting over those doubts and finding yourself again.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Bjelica. He's out there with Chris Middleton. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Ulis. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Pass to Harrell. Dishes to Middleton. Off target with his three. And here's Montreal. First quarter, just over a minute played. Porter passes to Carter. Pass to the Cobra. Here's the three. That's in there. Carter with the assist. The Cobra's got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with head coach David Fizdale.
Kevin, he said they need a huge effort from their bigs tonight to avoid losing all 4 games this season. He said we can make an impact in the paint and provide a deterrent with our shot blocking, but it's also important we run shooters off of that three-point line. There's a fine balance there. Kevin, we'll see if they can do that tonight. Back to you.
Well, David, thank you. We'll be looking for the defensive-minded approach coming in, Greg.
I like that they're focused on getting stops. Gives them the opportunity to turn that defense into offense.
And let's see how good they can be in transition to get out and try to find some easy ones.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now, here is George. To the paint, it's Bjelica, and the dunk by Bjelica.
Now, Bjelica's game might be mostly finesse, but there are times when he gets aggressive.
Booker against George. To the inside. Here's Walker. It's tipped. That one goes. Count it. Walker. And here, it's a 5-point game. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Now here's Ulis. He's tightly guarded. 4 on the clock. The three from George. Carter pulls it in. Montreal leading by 5. Right side, Porter. Now the pass to the Cobra. Feeds it to Walker. Knicks with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And the foul called on the Cobra. That's his first foul. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Ulis. Poked away. 5 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Four on the shot clock. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bjelica.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Here's the Cobra. 5 points in the game. Passes to Porter. Here's the Cobra. From outside the arc. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Knicks trail by 8. Knocked away. Booker outside. And the dunk by Booker.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
It's hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
And so Ulis will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 10. Pass to Middleton. Now Montreal moving it up. And finished off by Porter.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Now here's Ulis, defended by Carter. With a floater. To the middle. Here's the Cobra. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. The Cobra's got 10 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Knicks trail by 14. Now Ulis. They could use a bucket. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll return possession. Here's Harrell. Shot from the inbound. Carter pulls it in.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
New York calls timeout.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Another steal. Antony's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Here's the Cobra. And the shot is long.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Middleton for 3. And that one is off. And it's Montreal the other way. Inside, Porter plays it up and banks it in. Porter's got his second bucket tonight.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Knicks trail by 20. Ulis looking it over. To stop the run. And the Knicks miss again.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Nifty move. He takes it up and lays it in. 14 points for the Cobra.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Drummond's checked in for Montreal. And then for New York. George Niang comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Green in for Ulis. Harrell against Carter. And it's Harrell missing. Montreal leading by 22. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. It's hauled in by George.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now here's Middleton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's the pass to Niang. On the clock. Fades away. New York, no good that time either. Here's Booker. They get it back.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
And the wide open shot from Green. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Again, the miss by Booker. Booker's gone 2 for 5 tonight. And Middleton kicks to George. Outside, Green, and it's Harrell at the elbow. Shoots, and there's Green on the assist by Harrell. Montreal leading by 22. Porter looking it over. Carter finds Booker. Pocket 6. The 15-footer, good. Booker's got 6 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pass to Niang. Now Harrell, defended by Drummond. And it's sent back by Carter. And he's able to get it back. And he gets it back. And Green launches it from deep. Tries yet again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. New York shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Both teams will... We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Passes it to the Cobra. On the wing, Booker, defended by Middleton. Outside, Porter. Right side to Walker. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the Cobra. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. 17 points in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Otto Porter Jr. out there with Big Dog. And it's the Cobra. Then there's Carter. And it's Booker in at the 2 guard. New York, no good that time either.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
And for the Knicks, we've got Chris Middleton. Chandler out there with Nemanja Bjelica. Then it's Ulis, and it's Niang in at the 3 slot. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And here are the Knicks now. Back to the basket by Montreal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Middleton outside. Over Booker. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Middleton looking pretty comfortable right now playing in the pick and roll, whether he's passing the ball or shooting it. Right now making good decisions.
Here's the Cobra. He's got 23. Doubled by Ulis. The Cobra passes to Booker. Wide open shot is on the money. Booker's got 8 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Chandler up top. Middleton outside. Nailed from 3-point land.
Well, Middleton hovers around that 40% mark from downtown in his career. It's a good looking shot there.
Out left to the wing. Chandler comes with the double team. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Montreal shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Well, Devin Booker, another one of those guys who grew up around the game with his dad, Melvin Booker, playing both in the NBA and getting some overseas experience. And you could kind of see it in the maturity of Devin Booker's offensive game.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Knicks.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Chandler up top, defended by Carter. Chandler kicks to Middleton. And it's off from 3-point range.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Now, here's Ulis. Chandler outside. Booker against Middleton. Back to Ulis. Shot clock at 5. Off target from 3-point range. And here's Montreal. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Middleton looking it over. Here's Harrell. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Harrell's got his first points in this one.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Here's the Cobra. Offensive rebound. Here's Carter. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And here is Ulis. Shot from 12. New York moving it around. And Porter comes to help. 6 to shoot. He tries for 3. And there's Ulis on the assist by Chandler. Chandler's got 3 assists tonight.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Now here's Booker. He's got 9. Over to the left wing. The Cobra. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. The Cobra's got 28.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
And the foul called on the Cobra. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And so it's Montreal holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Well, for Montreal, Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, the bottom line, Ernie, they've got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, Yakam, Splakakataya. And that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game here from the Cobra.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's stolen. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for Montreal, Andre Drummond is out there with Carter. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's the Cobra in at the 1 spot. And George kicks to Ulis. Harrell the pass to Bielitsa. 5 on the clock. Here's Ulis. And not sure what he was thinking there. Pass to Shamet. Lobbed up there for Drummond. And so Ulis will bring it up for New York. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Middleton drives in. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Speed burst that time from Middleton, a relentless penetrator, and not afraid to take the punishment.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good.
The versatility Middleton offers up is exceptional. A capable defender, a good scorer, an effective shooter. Those are the kind of switchblade players the coaches love.
Here's the Cobra. There's the pass to Drummond. Lets it go from 11. Pass to Shamet. The tray. That shot off, and New York will come the other way. And George, here we go. And he makes the bucket, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pulls up for 3, and that one's good. Shamet's got 5.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Trying to get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
Here's Shamet following the score by New York. And no good. The shot by Middleton, wide open. No good on the 3. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
Here's Harrell after the made shot from Wendell Carter. George dishes to Harrell. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Carter. Here's the Cobra. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Some nice passing by New York here. Good on the bucket. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
It's rebounded by New York. Middleton's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second.
Now, here's Ulis. 6 points for him. Passes it to Middleton. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Booker. Here's the Cobra. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, Booker has established that he can score, and now showing that he can play make.
Here's George. He's got 10. And it's sent back by Carter.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Shamet finds Booker. Pass to Drummond. Here's the Cobra. Clock at 4. Shot, high post. The shot off that time. The Knicks go the other way with it. Ulis passes to Middleton. New York, no good that time either. And here's Montreal. They're on an 18-7 run. And that one's good, Shamet. And so Ulis will bring it up for New York. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
George passes to Bielitsa. Now Montreal moving it up. Here's Shamet. Finishes the break with a slam.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
The pass to Harrell. Middleton outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And there's the call on Tyler Ulis. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
George Niang, he's checked in for George. Carter outside. Down low, the Cobra. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going. And you get to go to any game you want to.
Yeah.
So sign me up
with
for that job.
With courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted, and I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now...
There's no doubt. There's Ulis. After Montreal picked up 3 with their last shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
You know, I think Tyler Ulis had the door open for him, maybe kicked down by Isaiah Thomas as the league is looking more and more at smaller point guards who are capable of doing some things with the speed.
For the Knicks, Pau Gasol's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Eric Moreland comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Green in for Chris Middleton. And here's Montreal. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
This will help Devin Booker. His shot selection, terrific at cashing in from that spot on the floor.
Booker's got a nice night underway, shooting 6 of 9 from the floor. Pass to Gasol. Back to Ulis, nabbing another steal.
And you got to be careful around him.
Now, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And so here is New York after the basket by Montreal. Here's Gasol, and it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Ulis with it. He's got 8. Passes it to Niang. Back to Ulis. Pass to Niang. Just 5 to shoot. Ulis kicks to Green. And the Knicks miss again. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Carter, he's checked in for Montreal. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Landry Shamet.
Otto Porter.
New York with the ball. Green deciding where to go with it. The pass to Gasol. Here's Niang. The dish now to Ulis. Trying to end the drought. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Ulis after the basket by Montreal. And it's sent back by Drummond. Oh, Porter in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And so Ulis will bring it up for New York.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Moreland. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Green. Here's Ulis. Porter pulls it in.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Man, I love seeing Carter take flight. Ben Saturday, a powerful dunker on these alley-oops.
Passes it to Gasol. He dishes it to Ulis. With the teardrop. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Knicks have made 5 of 10 free throw attempts. A lot of misses. First free throw is good. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Niang. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Harrell. Chris Middleton is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's George in at the point guard. Now, here's George. Harrell trying to free himself up. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Floyd. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's the Cobra. Off target from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here is George. Harrell dishes to Middleton. Here's Niang, down to 5 on the shot clock. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Inside. Floyd, good.
Big
miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And so it's New York with it after the basket by Montreal. Well, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win.
I'd like to see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
George passes to Harrell. Middleton outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second three of the game. One in each half.
The Cobra passes to Ford. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now here's Middleton.
Middleton out there thinking about the game, and that helps out. Skilled at getting to the free throw line.
And that one falls for Middleton. And Montreal making a change here. Booker's checked in. He hits both from the stripe.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
The Cobra passes the corner. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And the foul called on the Cobra. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Now, here's Ulis. Tight defense on him. Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Montreal. Oh, Porter in position.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Porter's gone fourth. He swipes the ball away again.
He's making history, tied for third most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. Here's Ulis after the basket by Montreal. Shoots from the baseline, and the Knicks miss again.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And again, New York turns it over. So for Montreal, Andre Drummond comes in for Wendell Carter. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Porter. And New York with a change here, too. Eric Moreland's checked in for Bielitsa. Here's the Cobra. Here's Walker. And Walker throws it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
clearly he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now Harrell. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
And again, it's the Knicks missing. And so it's Montreal now. The feed now to Drummond. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Carter, he's checked in for Walker. The Knicks also changing it up. Chandler comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Green in for Chris Middleton. New York with the ball. Here's Manning. Over Booker. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's the Cobra. And another three for Montreal.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Here's Manning. Many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there? That
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play. And more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Shooting for New York, Tyler Ulis.
And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second free throw.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
Bobbed up there for Drummond. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Manning can't get it to go. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
And the foul called on the Cobra. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
And he makes the first. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So Teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Montreal.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the Cobra.
He was in the zone. He's just a man on a mission, and that helped him notch that triple-double.
No good on that one. And he ends up missing both free throws. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. There's the lob to the hoop, and then cornered at the jam.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Manning the pass to George. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Manning. And the foul called on the Cobra. That's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line for 2.
Shooting for New York, Manning.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. So we see Montreal get the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.